How you doing? This is Mari Cruz, bringing the gap between the rich and the poor coming for the great state of Texas. And I want to talk to you why dropshipping is the most horrible way to sell in Amazon or eBay. Why? Because I done dropshipping for 2 years and I actually lost more money than anything. So wait till the end so I can reveal to you the way that you could actually make a lot of money with Amazon. But now, please subscribe if you're new to my channel, like, share, comment, hit the bell. And if you're in my Facebook accounts, please like. So number one reason drop shipping doesn't is not it's a horrible model is because one, most people drop ship for China. So when I started drop shipping from AliExpress. This is where everybody usually drop ships from, and that's in China. And the problem is it takes a month or two, or sometimes things never get to your clients, and then you lose the money that you put. So that's one thing. Two, you have to pay shipping usually, and it's a lot of money. There's some places that you can ship. Yeah, they say you can ship around the world. For example, if you ship to Puerto Rico or any other territories, it's going to be very expensive. So, example, I actually sold a telescope. The telescope cost me $39, but I sold the telescope for $114. I had to send and ship it to Puerto Rico, and actually the shipping was $100, so I only made $15. So I actually spent more money. I actually lost money. So that's the second reason why drop shipping does not work. And let's talk about eBay fees and Amazon fees when you're doing drop shipping. Plus, Amazon usually doesn't do drop shipping, but still people do drop shipping there. The fees are too high. I think last year I paid $5,000. No, it was more. It was $7,000 in shipping fees. I made $18,000. That doesn't count the shipping, the fees. So when you take everything that I had to pay, actually it was 20,000. The 20,000 goes to less than $10,000. What? For all that trouble? No. Three, people want to steal from you. So they have this thing in eBay. It's called an international locker, where people don't want to pay. Okay, let's say somebody lives in Sweden. They don't want to pay the big shipping. So what they do is they just ship to this international locker somewhere in the United States, and then they ship it from there free to whatever they are. So they said they never got it. Thereby, I actually lost a product, and eBay gave the money back to them, and my product was gone. Basically, they stayed with the product. Another thing that happened to me is that I was selling comics in mint condition with, the little packages that had the plastic that protects them and stuff. Well, the person said that I send them a wet comic, send pictures of that, and then they stay with the comic, and I lost the money. And this was a very expensive comic because I sell the expensive Marvel in DC, which are collectibles. So another reason is too many refunds. People complain it lowers your standard as an eBay seller or Amazon seller. And if you got a lot of refunds because you run out of inventory, or like it happened last year, I couldn't ship anything from China. Why? Because China, the year before, they started with the pandemic, and nobody was shipping anything out of there. So for like a month, I was like, what do I do now? I kept running out of inventory. So every time somebody paid me the money, I had to return the money. So I lost a lot of money in sales that I couldn't have. And I tried to ship from Walmart in Amazon and other places here, but the prices are too expensive because they're not wholesale like AliExpress. Again, so I lost money. Another reason is it's not a long-term model. Whoever wants to sell you a course on drop shipping, they're making more money with the courses than the drop shipping they're doing. And most of them not do drop shipping. So if I sell you a course on drop shipping, I've been doing it for 2 years. I know how to do drop shipping, but I stopped doing it because it was too much. And three, the pandemic and the recession made things worse. So basically, in the end, I barely did any money. And the stress that I had to deal with customer service was too much. And eBay and Amazon usually side with who? With the customer, not with the seller. Now, this is only about drop shipping that I'm talking about, not about other stuff, okay? AliExpress has a lot. Another reason is that AliExpress, yes, it has some good products, but there's a lot of products that are crap, straight up. Because one time I ordered a head shaver for my husband, and it was crappy. Oh, and then the refunds, when you need to ask them for a refund, it can take a month or two for you to get a refund. So most of the time you lose the money anyway if they give you the refund. The customer service in AliExpress sucks. I mean, I can tell you so many bad things that happened to me. It was just horrible. And just thinking about it, it just gives me a really, like somebody punches me in my stomach type of feeling. Oh, how horrible. I actually, it happened. I mean, yes, I made money, but it just wasn't worth it. So what do I want to talk to you about? If I would have known 2 years ago that there was a way of doing Amazon and eBay that was going to make me millions of dollars in a year or two, and I won't have to deal with inventory because you do a deal with a brand, and the brand actually sells you at wholesale. You have to have an LLC, you have to have a corporation, and you will never run an inventory, and you can keep most of the money in your pocket, and then you send most of the inventory. You can start with a $600, $1,000 inventory and keep it in Amazon, a warehouse, and they ship it for you. And the shipping, the shipping and the Amazon fees is lower. I would have done that, and I would have saved myself a lot of money, time, and grief. A lot of money, time, and grief. And let's not even talk about when I had to deal with the taxes, because you have to report all this in the taxes. It was very complicated. Anyway, so why am I talking about drop shipping and how horrible is a model? Drop shipping is not the only horrible model that a lot of people do with Amazon and eBay. The other thing is private label rights. Private label rights is when you take another product from China, let's say a water bottle. You buy it at wholesale over there. And then you create a brand around it. You create a logo. Instead of using the logo here, I don't want to completely show it because they're not paying me for whatever, but this is this brand, which is an American brand. And you actually create a brand around a Chinese product, let's say a bottle, but you don't know if that actually product is going to sell. So you take 6 months to a year to actually spend all this money to actually create this brand that you don't know if it's going to sell. So basically, you might just lost your time, effort, and money in creating a brand that is not going to launch. So drop shipping, bad. Private label rights, bad. It's outdated business models. What is the way to actually make money in Amazon or eBay? Is actually wholesale. Because wholesale, you buy example, this same bottle, I buy the bottle, instead of paying $9.99 for the bottle, which is the retail price, I buy it with a brand that I made a contact with a brand. I buy it for $4, $3, and I keep most of the money. So wholesale is where it's at. And why am I mentioning wholesale? Because we have the best course on how to make a lot of money with wholesale in Amazon that is opening on Monday. This course has made millionaires very quickly because it actually solves the number one issue that most sellers have. You will never run out of inventory, and you're buying the inventory wholesale. So if in United States, not in China, so thereby, because it's going to be an Amazon warehouse and they have 2-day shipping, you're going to actually raise your revenue faster, pay less fees, and keep most of the money, and then you can actually scale that up. And so all I'm trying to invite you is to this webinar next Thursday, I think it is, on TWF, the wholesale formula. Basically, the wholesale formula teaches you from beginning to end, step-by-step instruction. And I'm going to see, I have it somewhere around here. Enter, because I actually, where is it? I can show you really quick here. Where is it here? What the product, I don't want to show you too much. All I want you is to go and check. But if you could actually have a recession and pandemic proof business, wouldn't you do that? That's what I'm offering you, a recession and pandemic proof business. So you can give an exit strategy to your family, which is what anything that we do is about our family. So let me show you really quick. When you go to the TWF website, you already bought the product. This is all that you get. And this is not counting all the bonuses that we're going to provide for you when you show up to the webinar, because the people that show up to the webinar, I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to tell you until the end, the people that show up to the webinar get something. Okay, I'm going to put it here. I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is, but I can tell you something. So basically, this is the TWF form. And basically what they did is they broke the algorithm of Amazon to know what Amazon wants and needs from the third-party sellers. Because if you don't know, the majority of the people that are selling in Amazon are third-party sellers. They're the ones that actually make the most money. So when you enter here, you get everything. You don't have to think about anything. And why is this urgent? One, because we're going to be open until the end of August and we're closed. Two, because Black Friday is coming in a couple of months. That means if you do this course really quick from September to October, and then you contact the brand and make a deal with the brand, and you already have a product and you start selling right away, you can make a buttloads of money on Black Friday to actually have a great Christmas, to take care of your family, support your family if you're struggling with money, because I know a lot of people are. Why? Because it's a recession and there's a pandemic still going on. So I'm not going to show you everything, but these are some of the modules that you get with this course. You get coaching. You get the Prime membership, wholesale formula coaching. And all the modules explained from beginning, and you got all this stuff in the top. You get support. You get the best support. You get the best record, because all these people, the people that created the program, already have made millions of dollars, have made students millionaires. Do you want to be one of those students? Do you remember the last time you went to the store and you couldn't buy the basic needs? I remember I would have to count my money. I would have to count my money, and I only had $20, and I had to just buy the least because we were on food stamps, because we were on negative. So my husband would say, "Here, honey, $20. You can only buy that." You know how frustrating is that, having kids, little kids, 3-year-old and 4-year-old boys, ADHD boys that eat a lot. And as they grew, the more they require, and we couldn't give them everything they needed. Basic, just the basic. I'm not talking about wants, I'm talking about just needs. All because we were poor. All because we were wanting. If you know what I'm talking about, you understand. The collector's calling us. Okay? Horrible. So it tells you everything. You don't have to think about anything. If you don't know anything about Amazon, this is very organized. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to stop sharing. But basically, that's what I'm offering you. I'm offering you an exit strategy for your family, because I know you're struggling. I'm talking to you. You are struggling right now. You barely have any gas. Your refrigerator is mostly empty. The kids are running around right now and telling you, "Mom, I'm hungry." And you only can give them a piece of bread. That's it. That's what I'm talking about. Because nobody should go through any of that, especially kids. Especially kids. And when they go and they look at "Mom, Mom, I want this." And you can't give it to them. It breaks your heart. If you have kids, you know what I'm talking about. And then you have to give the kids hand-me-downs. And you have to ask your friend for hand-me-downs from their kids, because you don't have the money to buy your kids new clothes. You can't. You can't. You're doing the best that you can. And you're frustrated, and you don't sleep at night because they already cut your water, they cut your electricity, and the collectors are knocking on your door. I went through all of that. And because of that, sorry, and because of all that is why I started my business over 5 years ago. Like I said, this is very emotional for me. This is too much. So I'm going to go. All I want you to know is that I've been there too. You're not alone. But let me tell you one piece of advice before I go. You know, if you're expecting that something is going to change in your life and you keep doing the same thing again and again and again, you know what that's called? Insanity. Insanity is doing the same thing again and again and again, and thinking that you're going to get a different result, and you can't get a different result. Because if you take the same road, brother and sister, you're going to get to the same place. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm talking to you with my heart on my hand. So, what is the secret? This course will help you really fast if you implement it. So like I said, this is an opportunity that's going to end. And all I want you to do is to attend this TWF webinar next week. And whoever comes to this webinar, this is a secret I want to tell you, there's bonuses that you can get only if you attend to the webinar. You get only if you do attend. They have all these bonuses that are for everybody that buy the product, but they have usually 2 or 1 product one bonus that helps you actually fasten your results for a small amount of people that show up. Why? Because it counts to show up. It counts to be there. It counts to make an effort even when you're struggling. But again, if you don't do something new, you're going to stay stuck in this vicious cycle. And I'm just talking to you with my head and my heart on my hand. Please comment in this video if you get what I'm talking about. Are you struggling right now? Are you counting pennies like we were? We had a penny jar so we can actually pick up money and coins from everywhere, from the floor outside and from everywhere in the house, because that's how poor we were. And this is embarrassing. This is very embarrassing to tell you this, but it's the truth. My husband was in the military. He was an E4, and we barely made $2,000 a month. And we have 4 people in the house, 2 children and 2 adults. Nobody can live with that. And now with the inflation at 5.5 and keeps going up, things are going to get worse. And then the worst time is Christmas. Because I was one of those kids that sometimes didn't have any gifts. And sometimes we couldn't give gifts to our kids. And it took a friend, the church, somebody to knock on my door to give us money so that we can just make our kids happy. At least with one toy. I'm sorry. Like I said, dropshipping was a horrible experience, but it's an experience of growth. But it's not worth it. And I don't want you to go and struggle and deal with everything that I went through and put yourself in worse financial place because you didn't know what you were doing. So before you start a business at Amazon, come to this webinar. Please. It is for your family's future, your present and your financial future. And if you actually sign up next week, if you actually sign up this next week and you do the course really quick, and by the way, that's one of the bonuses that I'm going to offer, is that I'm going to be calling you every week to see that you did a module every couple of days. That's one of my bonuses. But again, drop shipping is not the way to go. So please don't do that. Don't do drop shipping. Don't do private label. It's a passive business. This is the business that is making people a 6, 7, 8 figure earners really quick. And you don't need that much money. You need to pay the course. They have a plan for those that actually cannot pay it in one swoop. 2, you need to start an LLC. 3, you need to buy at least $600 of $600 to $1,000 of inventory so you can send it to Amazon. And that's 3 of the things that you need. And everything else that you need, we're going to give it to you in the bonuses. But again, if you want the bonus that nobody's going to get, and I don't know what are the bonuses, but I'm offering you one of the bonuses, and I'm going to have more bonuses because I'm going to be sure that you do this course every week until you're done. There's going to be at least 10 bonuses, and then 1 bonus or 2 are only for a limited few, maybe 20 people or less. And you want to be there at that place, at the webinar on August 20 something. Listen, I didn't put this. Go here, and I will put this in the description box below. Go to my Linktree TextRican account, and there's a waiting list. It says TWF waitlist. Click there, add your name and email. Watch the video. There's a little video explaining what is a TWF course more. information about it. And then add your name and email if you're interested in making money really fast. And then wait, look for my emails, whitelist my email, which is Mari, a freedomsfighter.com. And let me write it here. Let me write those things. Let me write my link tree here. And I'm sorry for crying. It's just the things that I've gone through were horrible. TWF waitlist. Okay. And my email is Mari. Because in a couple of days, I am going to actually send you if you're in my email, when you get into my email, you're going to receive the registration to actually get into the webinar, free webinar. And he's even going to show you the formula right there in the webinar, guys. He's going to give you the secret. So I gave you my email, the comment on the link tree so you can get in a waiting list, the first one, and my TFW waitlist. All you need to do is add your name and email and whitelist my email. And when you get that link that says webinar, register for the webinar and be there on that time. It will change your life. And I know because I've seen TWF. I show you. I show you the inside of the TWF course. And it's nothing like this. Whoever tells you they're going to actually do this is going to teach you private label rights or drop shipping, and those are outdated models. So go check it out. So this is Mari Cruz, bringing the gap between the rich and the poor, coming for the great state of Texas. God bless and Godspeed. You don't have to struggle by yourself anymore. Go and attend that webinar. Take care. I'm praying for you. I know what you feel, and I'm with you. Have a great rest of your week.